Hello YouTube and welcome back to another drawing, a freaking speed drawing. This time of Iron Man because I actually wanted to see how much I improved. If you go back to my channel archives, I mean not archives, like the beginning of my channel, like the first few videos I posted. There's actually a lot of videos I took down, but one of the first ones I decided to keep is an Iron Man one. Where I drew an Iron Man and it didn't look as good as this one, which is a good thing. That means I improved. I started out with doing a Joker drawing, but that wasn't really like, I didn't make it my own. I just redrew a picture. You can actually see the reference I'm looking at while drawing that, which it came out pretty good. But then I did an Iron Man because I practiced. Iron Man is probably one of the first characters I practiced to draw, and really got good at drawing him because I tried to do an animation of Iron Man, and that's a reason why I don't do animation. Yeah, it's a reason I don't do animation because I did the animation and it went corrupt, so I worked on it for 3 months and it went corrupt. But in the process, I learned how to draw Iron Man really freaking well. And I really like the way this came out. This came out a whole lot better than the other one. I'm gonna put in the end of the video. I haven't edited like that. Like in the end of the video, I'm gonna show the old one and the new one next to each other, and you're gonna see the difference between the two. And you can actually go back. If I remember this time, I'm gonna put a link in the description to the old video. That's one of the first videos I had that actually went semi-viral, not really viral, like blew up kind of. It got 2,500 views, which is a whole freaking lot for me, for my channel anyway. And yeah, so you see me doing. This time I actually did 3 layers again. As the last time I did that was the previous time I drew. They call this penciling. They call the first layer sketching, which is in with a pencil or whatever, and this layer is called penciling or drawing, and then the final layer is called inking. And this time I did a 3-layer part again, which is amazing. I've done that in ages, and I think I should be doing that a little bit more because, well, actually I didn't. I actually did these 2 on the same layer, which is a good idea because I used to do 3 layers. I used to do like the rough one you saw when the video started, and then this penciling layer, and then the final inking layer. But this time I did the penciling / sketching on the same layer. I just the parts under it. See, now I'm starting with the inks. The parts under I just made lighter with the eraser, which works. I like that. It really freaking works. And I'm starting to get a whole lot better at line work. I'm still practicing everything. I don't know why. I like doing it. It's fun. I don't know. I like drawing. Drawing is good. Drawing is fun. I don't know. So yeah, this is my Iron Man. I found a few people on YouTube that are younger than me, and they're way better. It's crazy. But yeah, it's mostly a difference in style as well. I like the comic book-esque style. I'll do a painting thing again because I want to do, like, I'm completely and utterly inspired by the GTA art. Every time I turn on the game, the art comes up and I'm like, oh, I want to do some of that. And the thing with those is those are painted. They don't have lines like these, but you can probably like draw it out. I see some people, they just start painting. It's like, what the hell? How are you doing that? But upon closer inspection, a lot of times you see they do a sketch, but they just make it really freaking light, and then they paint kind of under it. I don't know. Yeah, they paint under it, and I can't sit still. Sit still, man. Sit still. Sit still. Sit still. Just put your hands like that. Okay. They do a sketchy layer as well, so I'd like to do that. And a lot of people paint on one layer, which I didn't do with this, and I've done that in the beginning, but that's really not a very smart thing to do. But it helps the colors blend more. Hey, look, that line work came out really well. And because the lines are not always touching each other, I have to outline the inside of the character and then fill that in, because there's lots of little open spaces between, and when I fill it, it just fills the entire page like a boom. Just ridiculous. It's just stupid. And this just works well. This is like a surefire way, you know, everywhere is filled and everything works out pretty damn well. So I'm pretty happy. I recorded a part in the beginning of this video of the sketching style, because I know I want to see that a lot of times in people's drawing videos. How they came to draw what they did. Like, how did they start? For all I know, someone else drew it and they just colored it. And well, you have to know it's good before you start making the video. So you can't start recording every time. But I do it anyway. I record always, even though I'm not gonna finish it. So. But that hasn't happened. That hasn't happened when I didn't want to finish it. You can see the background for this picture. I actually did it the same as my older picture. I tried to keep it as much the same. I just changed the pose, and I did an entire Iron Man this time. That the other time I just did him with he was like flexing like this. Looked real weird. But you'll see in the end of the video. I'll show you the old one and the new one next to each other. It's gonna look pretty legitimate. Oh, and the coloring is so much fun, because the coloring for this came out much better than expected, actually. It came out kind of comic book-esque, and I like the comic book-esquity. And it came out much more realistic than I kind of intended, but hey, I'm not complaining. It looks good. If I could do everything that realistic, I'd love it. I'd love it. Yeah. The hardest part about Iron Man's suit is it's shiny, kind of. Not always. Kind of. Sometimes it has like a matte finish, but I like the shininess, kind of, because it's easier to draw. Matte finish, I ain't that good yet. Otherwise, he looks like he's a human. He has body paint on or something. You see there, I tried to make it like shiny and everything. Let the shine through. And it was kind of an experimental piece I did. I tried to make the lighting come from one side, almost like behind him. You see, like I made like an outer rim. I don't know what they call that. There was a specific name for that. And then I added a glow. Oh, and this part I loved, with the glowing hand. I made his like his reactor thingy, his gun, his pulse ray thing. I made it glow like that, and I really liked that. I saw some people do that, and when I put down the paint for it, I was like, you know what, this would look freaking cool. Oh, and then I'm doing the background, pretty much the same as the other picture. The other picture I did more than a year ago. It was the first video I posted of 2014, and it kind of blew up. So hopefully this one blows up as well. I posted a Spider-Man one yesterday, but I actually made that prior to posting it, and I am almost done here. I tried to make his eyes look a little bit more bright than his the rest of his stuff, his blue stuff. I tried to make it look much more brighter, so I made it white and added a little bit of glowiness to it. And yeah, this came out really good. I didn't want the stuff to glow under the lines of the under the line work, so I put it on top. So it came out really good, and I added a little bit of reflection to make it more realistic. And I didn't know it would have such an impact on the picture. It would make it a whole lot more realistic and much more beautiful. But yeah, practice makes perfect, man. I actually got good at this without purposely doing it, because I did the thumbnails for my videos, and I'm getting real good at it. So I'm gonna continue. I ain't gonna stop now. And the glowiness, and I think I'm pretty much done. There you can see the final product. Okay, that was really fun to draw. It's just like a sudden burst of creativity. I drew this. So right after this, I'm gonna show you the old one and the new one, and then them next to each other. And I will see you guys on my next drawing video. Goodbye.